Good morning, everyone. Can you hear in the back all right? Good, thank you. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see you. And we are, first of all, we can rejoice in the recent retreat that many people went on. How many here were able to do that? Look around. My goodness, about a third of the people in the room. So how wonderful. And we thank Lama Michael and Tim Campbell and Lekshe for leading that retreat. And also thanks to Jeff Allworth and Peter Woods, who led Shamatha last Sunday while we were gone. So thank you very much. Very happy to be here with you. These conditions don't come together easily. At any moment, we can get sick. We can die. That's also awaiting us. The car won't start, whatever it is. So let's rejoice that these causes and conditions have come together. And particularly rejoice in your own goodness, which is the main cause. Your own effort, your own Buddha wisdom, your own Buddha compassion. Without that ingredient, no Dharma. So we can be really happy that we have this within us, and that it is within every being, everywhere, without exception. So for those who may be new, my name is Zopa. This is Bill and Dora. We're associate teachers here at KCC. And particularly if you're new or newish, we extend you a very warm welcome. We hope that you find something here that helps you in your life. So we'll follow our regular schedule today, our Sunday schedule of what do we do? Let's see. From about 9 to 9:50, we sit shamatha with a little bit of guidance. Then we have a nice tea break. And believe me, this Sangha loves their tea break. There is so much warmth and community that happens at that time. So if you're new, please feel free to go downstairs, get a cup of tea, introduce yourself, and people will reach out to you. Then after tea break, please stay if you can for a discussion, Dharma discussion. It's a kindness and an act of generosity to stay if you can, and to stay if you can, and to share your Dharma experience and your Dharma questions with others. We have parents and children in this Sangha, and we're delighted. So, we will start with our refuge and bodhicitta prayer. Refuge from our well-rehearsed long habits of trying to get happiness from our own personal gain, trying to get happiness from our own personal pleasure, trying to get happiness from praise for ourselves, or from cultivating a good reputation, which is only the opinions of others that shift constantly. So let's give that up. Those those efforts that we make to get happiness from that are not wrong. They're not bad. They're natural as humans. But in the Buddha Dharma, we begin to see how they never lead to lasting happiness. Never, ever. Because in their very essence, they're tainted by imperfection, impermanence, dukkha, suffering. So we have habits of turning to suffering to try and get happiness. We're kind of strange that way. And yet again, it's natural. There's no need to criticize oneself. The point is to see it and then to turn to reliable sources of refuge. The path to awakening from those habits. The path to seeing through the suffering, to seeing another way of being that leads out of suffering, that leads to lasting happiness, happiness right now, and happiness lifetime after lifetime. This is what the Buddha did, the Buddha gave, just as an example. Buddha is just a model. We can do this. So, as we say our prayer, really feel that going for refuge in this reliable set, the Buddha, the teachings, and those who practice the teachings, including everyone here, but in particular what are called the Arya Sangha, that is, those who have realized the true nature of everything. And there are beings such as that. And then the other part of the prayer is the bodhisattva motivation, which is being here for others. You know this already in your own life. I do too, but I forget it constantly, that the best happiness lies in being for others, being a servant for others, being concerned with the happiness of others. When we are able to do that, it just automatically brings happiness. Okay, so let's do our prayer together 3 times. Thank you, Mary.
Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness.
Now there's nothing to do. Isn't that wonderful? Nothing to think about. Nothing to plan. Nothing to remember. Simply relax the body. Be very alert with the mind. Then relax more. Find your object of meditation. Might be the breath, might be something else. Focus on it very clearly, gently, and precisely. There is one thing to do, which is notice when you've lost the focus and come back. That's all. Whatever arises is to be welcomed and then let go of. if you need a stretch or you need to reset your relaxation and your alertness, you can do that now. Another opportunity to relax. Become aware of either too much looseness in your meditation or too much tightness. Simply relax. Pay attention to coming back over and over to your focus gently and precisely.
By this virtue may I quickly realize Mahamudra and establish all beings without exception in this state.
Thank you. That was helpful, I hope, to you too. Probably have a few announcements before our tea time. I'll start with what's in front of me here. This Tuesday in the afternoon, 1:30 to 3, which is always on the third Tuesday of the month, the Death and Dying Study Group downstairs here. They are reading Sally Teasdale's book, Advice for Future Corpses. Such a great title. Chapters 9 through 12. Who can they talk to? Cynthia over here, if you have a question. Also, Bodhisattva celebrations coming up December 15th, Saturday, from 5 to 7 here. This is something we do each year, and it's quite wonderful, fun stories of everyday common bodhisattvas or exalted bodhisattvas, whatever kind of story you want to bring. And Mary here is organizing it, so talk with her if you have questions. There's lots of information.
And we'll be looking for some volunteers. I'll send out something to the community to help with decorating. We'll probably maybe do a little bit the day before, but some on the morning before the event on the 15th. And there'll be some other ways to participate too, so please stay tuned.
Yes, and see Mary. Thank you. December 1st will be the third and last class on equanimity and diversity. If you missed the first two, you can still join in with our 20-some people who are sticking with this. That's a Saturday from 9 to 12. If you do want to join in, please send me an email or come up and see me. I will want you to listen to the first two classes on the KCC YouTube. It's fun and challenging, so, and we're hoping out of it that a group will continue that will want to study about how to bring harmony, equanimity to our world of identity politics. So you can talk with me about that. I can't remember what else there is. Probably Bill and Dora can. Thank goodness.
Well, a kind of a big one out there is winter retreat.
Yes, thank you.
An opportunity to do individual retreat in a group setting. And we're going to go back to try to do this the way, more or less the way we were doing it in the past before the long retreatants occupied the retreat center. And the structure is basically about, I think it's going to be about 2 months, if everything holds. And the way it works is you sign up for, talk to your mentor and figure out a retreat program that will work so that you could engage in a daily retreat schedule on your own. there's a structure of schedule that we'll all follow, but we'll do the practices individually in our rooms, except for in the evening we'll come together for a little bit of meditation and aspiration prayers.
That will be out at our rural retreat center, and if you, when Bill says talk to your mentor, if you feel like you're not sure you have one, you can talk to me, Bill, Dora, or Lama Michael, or if you have an outside teacher, but we would want to check in with you how you're going to structure that retreat, and it can be of pretty much any length. What's the minimum? We'd like people not to come and go too much.
Yeah, we in the past we've encouraged 5-day minimum, but we recognize that for some people a weekend is just about it. So within the 2-month period, we'll identify some time in there where we can concentrate some of the shorter term coming and going. 15th of February. Yeah, that's when it begins.
That's the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To April 13th.
Yeah.
So you have 2 days to finish your taxes.
So sometime in those 2 months, mark off some time and talk to your employers now and your family now. It's probably one of the best things you'll do for your family and your workplace is go away. They might enjoy that. My family did. Yeah, Marcy.
I just wanted to remind people or let people know that we are having a little Thanksgiving potluck down in the
Oh, yes.
So if you're interested, I think it starts at, I think dinner is at 2, but people are maybe coming at 1.
Dinner's at 3, but you can come as early as 1, right?
Okay, so
Starts at 3. All right, and if you want to volunteer, I think Melinda Bell has been sort of emailing, like coordinating help, but you can just come.
Marcy's announcing for those who are on streaming and can't hear it, that there is a Thanksgiving potluck here. The dinner will be at 3. You can come earlier and help. And Melinda Bell is organizing it. So you could probably talk to Marcy. She's right here. And see what you can bring. It already sounded like there was a lot of food. So we better get some people here to eat it. But that's wonderful. And to clean up, yes, of course. Okay, is it tea time? Yay, tea time.